Hi guys, and welcome back to the Little Craft Cave. Today is part 3 of my 10 projects, 1 kit, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can use the amazing Love From Lizi kit to create beautiful Project Life pocket pages. Shall we get started? Well, I've arranged my photos into the pockets to ensure that they all fit, and today's first Project Life layout is going to be from my honeymoon. So I've taken the photos, I've cropped some of the corners with my photo rounder, just to ensure that everything looks neat and tidy. And I've done this on both sides so that when you actually pop in your card for the Project Life, both sides are full, which therefore means that you can actually save time and paper. I have chosen these particular photos because I thought they went well with the theme of the kit. So here I'm taking some of the craft card that I have left over from the kit, and I am measuring it out, and this is going to be used for the backing card. Now, what's great about the Love From Lizi kit this month is, with all the amazing things in it, it works fantastically for Project Life, and it saves a fortune because normally you would spend quite a bit of money on the Project Life cards. But I'm going to show you how, using the Love From Lizi kit or any kit you have or pieces of scraps, that you can use to make your own Project Life cards. So I'm just taking a pencil and measuring out the pockets here using the craft card. And this is just to ensure that everything is correct and you get the most out of your paper so you have the least wastage. And what's lovely about this craft card is, whilst it's great to back your photos on, it's also great for journaling in your pocket pages because it looks really nice, and all pens work on this colour paper. So now I've measured up, I'm taking my Fiskus trimmer and I'm just going to trim the pages down nicely so that they all will fit and that I can start gluing my cardstock down onto them. Now, it is great to have a really good quality trimmer because with a good quality trimmer, it just means that your edges are really sharp and precise, and it just means you get a lot less wastage. So I would recommend this trimmer. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm slotting the card into here and I'm cutting down the first bits for the smaller of the pockets, and I'm then going on now to do the bigger pockets. And what's great is that whatever I don't use, I can use for title pages in the pocket cards, and I can use for any other projects. So you just get so much out of the Love From Lizi kit. I have also taken a couple of the specialist papers from Lizzie's Love From Lizi kit and trimmed those up, and some from my stash. So now I'm going to show you how I put the pages together. So first I pop the cards in just to make sure they all fit and to make sure that there's enough room if I want to do any journaling or add any detail to it. So that's just my process. Here I am with photo 1, and I'm taking my photo corner rounder and just rounding the edges of these photos just to give it a crisper look. There we go. And I'm just fitting this onto my card just to ensure that I've got it on how I want it. And I love this photo, and I love the memories that photo journaling brings back. And I've got this adorable photo of an elephant, and I'm going to stick these down onto my craft card. But first of all, I've taken some of the gorgeous vellum I had left from the kit, and I've cut off this end because I thought it fit perfectly with this photo because it looked like bubbles. So I've taken my glue mouse and I'm just sticking down my photos, and I'm just sticking down the acetate on the edges just to give a bit of detail to it. But first of all, I'm just going to give it a trim because it's a little bit too thick. And here I am sticking that onto the card, and I just thought this would give it a lovely a little more detail to the card. I then stick the elephant photo down onto my card. I'm then taking this beautiful arrow just basically to point to where I'm going to be journaling on this card. Now, I don't journal every Project Life card, but I like to do a couple on each page. I'm then taking some of the washi provided on the stickers, and I'm popping this down at the bottom of the elephant just to give it a little more definition. I'm then taking some stickers from my stash and I'm adding dive. And this was such a fabulous experience. I got to go diving with my husband on our honeymoon, and I got to see some absolutely beautiful things. So this is just a moment that I was really lucky to capture. So I'm really happy about this, and that's why I've chosen this particular card to journal with. I'm then taking another sticker from my stash that said love this. I'm then taking one of my fine liners, and I'm going to be doing some journal on the top of this card just to explain what the picture's about. and it was such a beautiful memory, and that's what's great about Project Life. It gives you a chance to record it all. So I'm just putting the Diamond in Koh Samui, which is Thailand, which is where we went for our honeymoon. It was just absolutely stunning, and I would recommend anyone that sort of goes somewhere equally as beautiful to give it a try out if it's something that you've always wanted to do. My husband is actually a certified diver, so it was great to be able to share that experience with him finally. And what's lovely about Project Life is it's sort of a quick way to photograph and put together a lot of memories. You can do it weekly, you can do it monthly, you can do it yearly. It's just fantastic, yet they all fit together nicely at the end. There we go. So I've done my journaling on that. I'm now just going to grab a couple of pens and just decorate them. Like I say, it doesn't have to be time consuming. You can sort of do a little bit of Project Life. You can do it as you go along. You can save it up for a month, and you can do it yearly. That's what's fantastic about it. And it doesn't have to be quite as flowy as scrapbooking. You can kind of do your month layout with lots of different bits. And then going on to the elephant card to say that we were lucky enough to go to an elephant sanctuary in Thailand where they saved elephants. So it was really beautiful to actually see them roaming free and sort of just being really happy. And this one was my absolute favourite, was a little baby one. So it's again great to capture these sort of moments. There we go again. I'm just taking some pens to jazz this up. And I'm just adding another little sticker from the kit just in that little bit of blank space there. I'm trimming it with my scissors. And I've added the sticker to say baby elephant. On the next one, I've used some paper for my scraps, and I'm just sticking this photo down of my husband eating a coconut on the beach, and another one of myself sat at the table with a beautiful candle. And we ate a lot of coconuts on that holiday. It was beautiful. They sort of got them fresh down there for you on the beach and opened them there, and you just got to enjoy them. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a very magical honeymoon, and I'm really enjoying Project Life in these now. It's really nice to look back. I'm taking my Winkle of Stella pen, and I'm just adding some detail onto the I'm a Dreamer, and then I add it to the candle just so it shimmers in the photo. And I also add it onto the arrow on the card with my husband. Photo paper from the Love From Lizi kit with the telephones on. So I'm just sticking one of me in a bikini that I've taken of a photo on before we went to the beach. Then probably one of the main highlights of Thailand was the amazing food there, so of course I've got to capture some of that. I'm just rounding the corners on this photo with my fourth photo corner tromper, and I would recommend anyone that does any projects with photos or Project Life or scrapbooking to get one of these. They're just fantastic, and they give a really professional finish. So I've now stuck this onto my backing paper, and again taking some stickers from my stash and just adding food onto this. And the food over there was just absolutely incredible, one of our favourite parts of the trip, and it was all quite healthy, so you can kind of overindulge and not feel guilty about it. So there we go, that's one of the little cards done. And here we go, and here's my husband in his diving kit. I've taken some more of the washi tape to line it down the sides, and then I cut this as if I'm sticking the photo to the paper just to give it a little bit more style. There we go. I then take these food pictures and stick them again to the back of my craft card with my glue gun. There we go, and oh, the food there was incredible. So there we go, we're just sticking that on there. And then again, I go in my stash and pop on some stickers and write Thai food in between the food there, just to kind of give it a little bit of context to my Project Life, because I do like to share this, and I think it's really nice to look back on your memories, and I like to drop a few notes down just so sort of, you know, in years to come I can look back and remember everything. And these, there we go. And as you can see, you can do these cards quite quickly, so it isn't massively time consuming, and you can dip in and out of it. So as long as you get all your photos together. I've then taken some of the Nuvo drops from the kit and added a little bit of definition on the cards here. And what's lovely is the Nuvo drops actually match the colour of the sticker, so it worked really nicely. And that's great about a lot of the stuff that Lizi does in her kit, this stash builder, so you can use them time and time again. So I'm going to pop that over there to dry before I pop it in my pocket, because I don't want it to smudge. And onto this next one, again, is a bit of me diving, and I've used the gorgeous telephone paper from the Love From Lizi kit. And here I am, I'm actually using some more of the papers left in the kit to do an outline. So I'm using the double-sided tape that Lizi put in her kit, and I'm using this as almost like a washi tape border, just to add a little double-sided tape around the edges. And then I'm going to remove this up and then add the pieces of paper to the edges like it's washi tape. And it's just a nice background for my photos, and it just adds nice definition, and it's nice to be able to use so much of the kit. And what's great is, even after doing all these 10 projects, I've still got loads left. So I stick my photos on there and add the Life is Good sticker, and that is that one and that finished. So I just add a sticker to the bottom that said may your dreams come true. Next, I've got onto this lovely photo of my husband drinking a nice cool beer on the beach. So I'm just popping this again onto some craft card, and again one of him just before we went canoeing. So I'm popping this onto the card. Go. Some of them I haven't corner on because it's nice just to leave it on, and I've popped a stick on that says irreplaceable, and I've used my stamper to pop one of the lovely glasses from the kit. So I've made these look like sunglasses, and I've just had some Winkle of Stella, and it's nice just to add a little bit of style to the photo. I've then got the phone and I've cut out the Hey Beautiful to add to the photo of my husband on the beach. And I think again it's nice to use little bits of the kit for something a little bit different. There we go. And I've also added some Nuvo drops at the bottom just to accentuate it. There we go. So again, this is one of my papers from my stash. I'm just adding some glue, and this is a beautiful photo of one of the beaches that we went to while we were on our honeymoon, and it was just beautiful. So I've put trust your journey, and I've added the beautiful sticker from the kit, and then I put this is what dreams are made of, and I go on and get my scissors just to trim the edges so it fits exactly with the photo. I do actually go on to trim the balloon sticker and just take some of the outline off just to tidy it up. Then I pop another photo on the back of here of me and my husband when we'd gone to visit some of the pebble beaches in Koh Samui, and I've just popped love this. And then I've got a photo of my husband again having a coconut, so I take my photo around her and around the edges of this, and this is going on back of the beautiful typewriter paper that's in the kit. I've stuck this down, and then I've just added some glue, and I've added a photo of myself eating one. I thought that was a nice contrast. And then I go on and add adventure awaits, and I do faff around with it because I can't decide if it looks better under and over, and eventually I decide actually I'm going to pop that over. And that's what's great about this, because you can actually just mess around with it, put some stickers on there and sort of for the moments. And then I've got from my stash, it says the best day, and we'd gone to visit this absolutely beautiful waterfall. I've also used some of the arrows that I cut out from the Love From Lizi kit, but I take some of the letters from my stash and add waterfall. And like I say, this kit worked really well for Project Life and scrapbooking, and I'll be looking forward to doing the same with next month's kit. There we go. And I've also used one of the Love From Lizi stamps to make the beautiful film strip, and I've added the sentiment smile over there. And the reason I've added that is because Thailand is known as the land of smiles, so I just thought that was fantastic to add that on there. And then I'm just taking some stickers from my stash and adding Thailand onto there, and I've moved the love this, and that is just to remind me in my Project Life where we went in years to come. Okay, and then to the what my dreams are made of, I'm just added 2016 because that's the year we went. And I'm adding them all back into my pouch there. And here we are onto layout 2. Now for this particular, I'm taking the black cardstock from the Love From Lizi, and I'm going to cut this out. I've also used 2 of the pattern papers to make a focal point for this one. So again, I'm just measuring out with the black cardstock as to what folders they're going to go into. And what's great about this is the cardstock goes a really long way. So it did actually allow me to do 2 full spreads with it, so nothing went to waste. So here I'm scrapbooking a holiday we went to last June, and it was Chroma, and we went glamping, and then the other side is some nights out with friends. So I'm taking the black cardstock that I've cut down and I'm gluing on my photos, again using the photo rounder to round off the corners just to make it look that little bit neat and tidy. And then I'm going to stick this onto the card. And I use my Nuvo pen here, which I actually bought from the Love From Lizi shop, and this is a great investment, and I would recommend people because it's so great for sticking down photos in little bits, and it makes it really nice and quick and easy. So again, I've popped this onto the card, and that is nicely stuck down there. There we go. And then adding some stickers from my stash, and it says wild and free, and I thought that just fits that nicely as we were staying on the outdoors and we had some amazing adventures there. So I've just popped that down. I'm going to leave that very undone. And then for this particular one, it says capture moments, not things, and Craig, the guy in here, is a fabulous friend of ours, and we got to meet him for lunch, so it was quite nice, and I thought it was very fitting. This is a photo from an aquarium in Chroma, and I just loved how you managed to actually get the little face in the picture. And this is my husband having a well-earned pint after a very long bike ride we'd had whilst we were away. We got very lost, so we were about ready for a drink. So there you go, you can see that adorable little fish again. So again, using my Nuvo drops just to stick everything back onto there. There we go. And then I'm going to add my stickers from my stash and type in Chroma, just so when looking back I can remember where it was that we went. There we go. And I'm just going to add pub to this one. Now, I would recommend anyone that's watching this, do head over please to the Love From Lizi Facebook group. It's an absolutely beautiful group, and people there are so kind and supportive. So if you do any crafts, you can share it on there. And even if you don't buy the kit, which I would highly recommend, it is a nice welcoming place. Here we go, and I'm using one of the beautiful pattern papers that was coming as this kit, and this is what we meant mini golfing. So I've stuck the photos down, which is nice because you can still see a lot of the background. I've got some of my wood veneers from my stash, and it just says family, and I've stuck that on there. And then I take an arrow sticker after I've put some winks of Stella on there just to give it a bit of a glitter. Then, as I said, I take the arrow just to symbolise that the family is in regards to us, because this was again our first trip after we'd got married. There we go. And then I add some of the stickers, and I put mini in the yellow, and I do actually run out of those, so I do go on from my stash to add golf in a beautiful glitter silver. And again, I think that this looks really nice because all the words are. There we go. And then I've got some more stickers, and again using my Nuvo pen, and I'm corner chomping them again, and I'm sticking this onto the paper. And that is a photo of Danny and our friend's dog Skylar. We stayed around their house, and the dog came in for cuddles. The dog is absolutely adorable, although she did go on to chew Danny's toothbrush and my shoes. But she's a puppy, so we'll let her off. So there we are again, using the paper up from the Love From Lizi kit to give it a little bit more detail, and again sticking this down. And then I've added a sticker from my stash that says making memories, and I think it's lovely that you get to record these, because so many times now all our photos are kept on social media or on our phones. It's kind of nice to have them sort of out there to have a look at. Again, I've used one of the arrows from the Love From Lizi kit, and I'm using the white gel pen from last month's kit. Again, I love the fact there's lots of Lizi stash builders. I've got some of the craft paper left from this one that I've cut down, and I sort of gave it a lovely flag piece, and then I'm just journaling what this picture is. And I've just left it simple and put cuddles, and then I go on to add a few stickers to it, and I've added June because that's the date it is. Then I take my stickers and add dog. There we go. And I've also used a peel off in the kits above Danny's head to say happy, because he loves animals, so he's really chuffed. Then this is my absolute favourite paper in the whole kit, so I really wanted to make this just into a focal point. So the Believe paper, I've just added the big sticker on it with a brick to mat, and the little flag one I add to the corner, and I just wanted to keep this as simple as it is. And what was great about Project Life is I get to hoard the paper whilst actually using it. So I just got in there the brickwork, I believe, and then I've added live, laugh, love, and at the top I had a green one as well. There we go. There we go, sticking them all back into the paper. And then I go on to take a few of the beautiful sequins that I purchased, and I pop them into the Chroma one, and I'm going to make this into a pocket page, and that is what pocket shaker page, and that is what's lovely about Project Life pockets. They're so versatile, and there's so much that you can do with them. So here I am, yep, there we go. I'm just popping them in there, and I've chosen these beautiful pink ones, and it was nice because once you seal it, it makes the aquarium bit look like glass. So I'm taking my We Are Memories heat tool, I'm popping that on the side to seal it, and there we have a beautiful shaker pocket in with the Project Life kit. And here we have the finished products of the pocket pages that I've made using the amazing Love From Lizi kit. I'm really happy with how these turned out. So there is the first one. There we go. And here is the second one that I've made, and this one is a little bit more basic. There we go, just memories with friends, and this is back to the first one made with the honeymoon, and I'm really happy with how they all turned out. I think they look so much fun, and everything in the kit provided just made sure that everything in there just looks absolutely beautiful. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you enjoyed the project layout. Please do tag me on Instagram if you do make any yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I have inserted here a clip of the 12 projects I've made with the Love From Lizi kit. Please do go out and check out the Love From Lizi website. Thanks so much for watching. See you again next time. Bye.